What's up, Richard family? Y'all, today has been a long day, really long day. We've been on go since 1 p.m. It is 2:26 in the morning. We just came back here skating, so you know we're gonna be a little tired talking about this vlog today, but yeah, we're gonna do the same. So, in the previous video, Javante was just gonna spill the whole beans, like just early, just all in one. Like, bang, can't spill all the beans in one. You gotta give them something to look forward to. So today's video is going to be how we planned our pregnancy. So I'm gonna say when we first was dealing with each other sexually or whatever, how you wanna put it, he was trying to get me pregnant right off the rip, and I was like, you know, I'm not ready yet. You know, I'm not ready yet. You know, as much as that hurt his little pride or whatever, he respected it, and it was like, you know, okay. Not that a month later really much made a difference, but I don't know. Like the next month, I don't know. It's crazy. I was ready that next month. I was ready. Like, it's crazy how they went, because he had already told me in that first month when we first met, you know, that he wanted me to have his baby. And then come around January, I was ovulating, and I was like, I'm ovulating. He was like, ooh. He was like, I can't say what I want to say, but you know.
I'm faded, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time.
Oh, Mr. Nasty time. Okay, yeah, I guess that's the most cleanest way he could put it. Like, yeah. But that's not what he said, but that's like the cleanest way he could put it. But yeah, that's basically what he said. And so, he was with me that whole week that I was ovulating. So yeah, he was really trying to get me pregnant because he knew I was ovulating. So every day that I ovulated,
I came looking for booty.
Yep. Yeah, every day that I was ovulating, he just let it rip, coach. And yeah, had to put him in the game. Yeah, you know, and he played a good game. So every day I was ovulating, you know, he ran his little route, did what he had to do, yeah. So, you know, the good, scored. Yeah, so he did what he had to do, yeah. So, of course, he was like really anxious trying to figure out, you know, if I was pregnant. Yeah. So I want to say
it was
the next week.
Yeah, it was the 22nd. I remember.
No. Before that.
Because my mom said go get that damn.
Before that.
Oh yeah, because
we tried to take it early. Yeah, we were still at my mom's house when we tried to take the pregnancy test, and it was like we was really anxious, like because we was planning on getting pregnant. So like literally, we didn't even give it that much time for my body to just like develop, you know, my pregnancy hormones and, you know, like all of that. So yeah, the next week we was already taking the pregnancy test, and it said negative, of course. So I was like, okay, well maybe.
I was a little sad.
Yeah, he was sad. I was kind of sad too, but then I thought about it. I was like, it's too early. Like it's got to be too early. So I mean, yeah, because it was too early. It was literally like a few days after we had just finished the whole process, however you want to. So it's weird because I'm not gonna say it's weird. It's just kind of crazy, like how things just happen so fast with us. You know how some people be like, oh, you know, excuse me, I just burped. Excuse me. Like, you know, some people be saying like, oh, y'all move too fast, or not us, but I'm just saying like people in general, like, you know, it's different strokes for different folks. Like, you know, some people would take years and years before they ready to date or, you know, marry and have kids and, you know, the whole nine or whatever. And it's just like how I look at it, like everybody's life is different. You know, everybody goes through their process, how they go through their process. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how your process goes as long as you get it done. That's all that matters. That's how I look at it. Like, you know, you graduate high school. You know, if you don't graduate high school, you know, and you making money before you get your GED, or it's just certain ways you go about life. So there is no particular way that it should go when you meet somebody, or how the process is supposed to go, or how fast or how slow you're supposed to love someone or care for someone. So in our situation, it happened fast, and that's just what it happened. That's just what happened. It was literally, I think literally it was like one of those type of deals where it was just literally love at first sight, because like I said, like we said, when we seen each other, like ever since the first day we seen each other, we was inseparable. Like since then, since the first day.
Some people don't believe in that love at first sight shit.
Yeah, like it's real. Like it's real deal. Like
that shit changed me. I used to be a PIMP. Now I'm a DD. How you spell it?
You stupid motherfucker.
Now I'm a damn daddy. I'm finna get married.
Crazy. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, our situation was one of those situations where it was love at first sight, and we was inseparable ever since we first seen each other. And so things did move a little fast, and even though things were moving fast, it didn't seem like it was. It just seemed like we have known each other for so long, like regardless of the fact that we had knew each other for such a short period of time. And so after that, we went back to his mom's house, and when I went back to his mom's house, I pretty much didn't go back home after that. Like, if I did go home, I would go home and get clothes, and then I would come back. Like,
yeah, we really wasn't separated. Yeah, we really wasn't
separated from each other that much. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, so we went to his mom's house, and then, you know, like, we get there, you know, Jamonte's mom, she was like, you know, Jamonte daddy was like, you know what they were doing, right? They were making my they were there making my grandbaby. And me and Jamonte looked at each other. We were trying to play it out cool, like, nah, we came to look at each other like, yeah, we really was over there making your grandkid. It was. So,
my daddy loves kids.
Yes, his dad loves kids, like loves them. And so yeah, I pretty much was living with them at this point. At this point, I was pretty much living with them. And I want to say around the last week of January, we're going into the last week of January. It was January 22nd, and I don't know, like, it was kind of weird because I'm a server / bartender, so I'm used to eating once a day.
But you little scrawny ass.
So how it came to, you know, how we came to our conclusion, I was like, oh dang, I want to know how I'm going to figure out that I actually am pregnant, because this is before, like, we actually confirmed that I was pregnant. And Jamonte was like, I know how you gonna be eating like crazy. And little did I know, like, it just snuck up on me. I wasn't even realizing that I was eating a lot.
Her favorite was 7-Up cake. My mama bought 2 7-Up cakes. The motherfuckers didn't last a week because she wanted to make big ass plates of the shit, big ass slices.
Okay,
They don't make no fucking sense.
I did not make big slices. I would cut a slice, and then I go back in there and I get another slice, and then I go back in there and get another slice, and then before I knew, the whole thing was gone.
And she
you make me feel bad trying to say, like, I cut.
Let me tell you another reason I knew she was pregnant. Boy, she got freaky. Woo!
Nasty bitch.
So you trying to say I'm not freaky?
Huh?
I am freaky.
You don't lost your touch, baby. No, I'm just bullshit.
What?
Nah, but I'm just saying, it was just 10 times, like, all the fucking time. Morning, afternoon, at night. I'm tired, boss.
You must be more drunk. I'm tired.
Okay. Okay.
You traumatized me, bro.
And then another thing, like, I was just eating, like, weird stuff. Like, I was just putting weird things together. Like, I think one time I was sitting out on the ground in the living room. We was all sitting there watching TV. And I dipped my hot fries in pickle juice. And
that shit good.
Jamonte was looking at me and them like, yeah, because I made you try it. But when I first did it, he was looking at me like,
the fuck is that?
She never did that shit.
Like, have you lost your mind? Like, what are you doing? And later on that night, I just got to like itching, like at my chest, and my chest was just like really irritated. It was just really irritated. It was driving me crazy. And I'm like, I'm very like, I don't know.
She very up to date on her hygiene. Like,
yes,
she
like
doesn't play about that shit.
I don't play with my hygiene. So with me just itching and just like rubbing, I was like, what is going on? Am I having an allergic reaction to something? I didn't know what was going on. So, you know, Javante, mama was like, you know, ooh, Noodle. They call me Noodle. She was like, Noodle, you know, you might have to take a pregnancy test. So we like, huh? Like, you know, we still trying to like act brand new to the situation, even though we already was playing the whole thing with her. We was trying to act like, you know, what you talking about? Pregnancy test. So yeah, so she was like, you know, y'all need to go take a, you know, go take a pregnancy test. So what made her like say like, no, for real, y'all need to go take a pregnancy test. We went to the bathroom. So it's me, Javante mama, and Javante. And she was like looking at my chest, like, cause she was trying to see like why was
she was looking at her teeth.
What was wrong? And I was really irritated, y'all. And Javante is sitting there looking at his mama like, why are you in here? And she like, ah, dang, I can't say the word because you know it's gonna be like that.
She was like, nigga, I'm checking her out.
Yeah, she was like, nigga.
These my motherfucking titties. You ain't supposed to be looking at these. I was jealous. Then she left the door open. I thought my little brother was gonna walk by.
He was like really like so antsy about his brothers like walking by, seeing me with my, you know, so he was just like, mama, like, why you in here? Yeah, why you in here? And she was like, nigga, I'm trying to see something, trying to see Noodle got what's going on with her and stuff. So when she seen my breast, she was like, okay, yeah, like, y'all need to take a pregnancy test. You need to take a pregnancy test. So me and Javante, we went to Walgreens.
It was like 12 o'clock at night. We had to go to the 24-hour Walgreens.
Yeah. We went to the hood. So we get there, we get back to the house or whatever, and I'm trying not to pee on myself. I had to give the box to Javante. I'm like, please, baby, hurry up, open it so I could, you know, pee on it. So he opened it and stuff for me, whatever, and then I go in the bathroom. I use the bathroom on it or whatever, and I'm waiting. Then I wash my hands and stuff, then I come back out the bathroom and I got my pregnancy test with me, and it's still like loading. So, you know, we waiting on the results. So I'm sitting in the living room with Javante, mom, me and her sitting down, and we just sitting there just like waiting. We just waiting. I could tell she was just like anxious, but she really wanted it to say pregnant. She did. Like, she was like, oh, Noodle. You know, she was just like, oh, I want to, you know, she was just really excited. Me and her was like really both excited. So me and mama, like, we sitting down in the living room and we just sitting there waiting, and she was like, what you gonna do when they say pregnant? And then that's when I just told her, like, you know, we planned, you know, getting pregnant. So then she knew, like, oh, okay, so y'all planned it. And I was like, yes, ma'am, we planned it. So I told her that in that moment, waiting for it to say pregnant or not, that we planned, you know, having a baby together. So it ain't like it's an unexpected situation for the pop up, you know, like, I think she's trying to see if I was mentally ready, you know, for that type of thing. So when it popped up or whatever, I couldn't see it, and mama was like, she was like, Noodle. And I was sitting there with my legs crossed, and I'm like, what? And she was like, you pregnant? She showed me a little thing. She was like, you pregnant? I was like so excited. Yeah, we played him, and yeah, it was kind of like mixed emotions going on. I was really excited. Javante was supposed to be excited because we planned it, and you know, I go back there and give him the pregnancy test, and he took a picture of it. And then I didn't even get to stay there long to see his reaction because I wanted to show his dad. Okay, so what was you gonna say?
I was on that extra shit. It's okay to talk about it now because I'm mature enough. I'm mature now. But back then I was childish as fuck. Like, even though I was different for her, I was still like extra childish. So I still wanted to have her pregnant so she couldn't go nowhere. That was my mindset at the time. I wanted to have her pregnant so she couldn't.
Let me go get Jada.
And then shit. When they showed me the pregnancy test, it was just like, damn, I got a baby coming. And I don't know, it was just like, you gotta man up now. It ain't no more trying to be a player, have all the females and shit. So when she showed it to me, I took a picture of it. I sent it to my cousin. Cause my cousin, she know everything. She was there when I was going through shit, when I was in high school, depression and shit. So she knows everything. So I sent her the picture of the pregnancy test. And she was like, cousin, now you gotta do better. That shit went in one ear and out the other. I started texting Ashley. If y'all watched the recent video, then y'all know who Ashley is. I was texting her. And that was immature of me because then I started doing the extra shit. Leaving her. My first time I ever left her, that shit was like the worst day I ever experienced because everybody in my household, well, my mama's house, everybody turned against me. Cause the shit was wrong. It was wrong. But shit, that was just me wanting to be a hothead in the streets and shit. I was doing all that for somebody I'm not even with right now. If I can go back and do the shit different, I would. And it's just like, if somebody asked me, like, how did you treat her while she was pregnant? Was you protective and shit? I wouldn't even know how to answer it because I was barely there while she was pregnant. I was there. Shut your ass up. This is a serious moment. Stinking ass. But I was there. Like I said, we never been apart more than a week. So it'll be like, I disappeared for a couple of days and I come back. And that went on until it was time for her to have him. But I'm glad I did that. It's not good. It's not good what I was doing. It's not good what I was doing. But I'm glad I did that because it got a lot of that lust out of my heart. Like, I don't do that shit. Ever since he was born, like I don't be texting nobody. I don't cheat. I don't do none of that shit. Like, when I see a female, that shit makes my stomach hurt. Like, that shit. If a female try to talk to me, like, they will get the meanest rejection ever. Because I don't look at other females no more. That shit don't interest me no more. Back then, you probably would have got, like, my Instagram or something. Like, we probably would have been talking in my DMs and shit. But once he got her, that shit made me change my whole little life around. Shit. That shit crazy. But, I mean, I'm glad I had a baby because that shit made me man up. It changed me as a person. And it made me more patient. A little bit. I got a little bit of patience now. Just a little tad bit. At first I ain't had no patience. I got a little bit.
Okay.
The fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
I want to add in on my input. I feel like me being a Virgo, I've always been a planner. I've always been a planner. So with us planning a baby and all of that, I didn't for once think that things would go entirely left. I didn't think that. So the fact that they did go left, I'm just gonna be completely honest because that's just my character. I'm honest. My first trimester, I was really stressed. I didn't know if I wanted to continue on with my pregnancy. I was going through a lot of emotions, because I felt embarrassed in a sense, because I'm like, you know, I don't really be giving people my time of day. I just got to think about it. I had just came out of a serious relationship. So years, I mean like 6 years of a relationship with somebody, and then I finally, you know, meet somebody else and get comfortable, and I felt like I was feeling as if I had let my guard down a little too much, to an extent where I let him impregnate me. I was ready to have a baby with him at such an early time, and I felt like it was kind of a slap in the face to me around that time, because I was so confused. I was confused on why it happened the way it happened, because we were in love. We still are in love, don't get me wrong. We were in love, like everything was just going perfectly, everything was going smoothly. So I'm just trying to figure out where in between the lines did I miss something, or, you know, did I not catch on? Because I usually do catch on if something is not right. So I think I was truly blinded in the beginning part of our relationship and not really seeing the red flags that I should have seen sooner. And I think things happened that way for me for a reason, because obviously he was supposed to be in my life. Yeah, I was really going through a limbo with keeping the baby, and it's crazy. I wasn't hurting over no money for an abortion. I was sitting on money, so it's not like I didn't have the funds to do it. It was just in my heart, like something was just gnawing at my heart. Like I couldn't, like I just couldn't be that selfish of a person to go through with that, just because we planned Jaden. You know, I actually planned Jaden. So planning him, I had a whole totally different perspective on the abortion thing. So it's kind of weird. I don't know why I keep saying weird. It's kind of crazy how things work, because, you know, Javante, he'll shake back, he'll be like, oh, I'm gonna get myself together. He'll get himself together, and then it's like, okay, you know, I'm gonna keep the baby. And then it's like the second, you know, he got a little, you know, rusty or whatever, I'll be back in a panic mode, like, he don't deserve a baby from me. He don't deserve a baby from me because he's not ready. I remember going to the clinic with Javante's mom, and I remember going to the clinic with Javante's mama. I call her. She's a lady. And the crazy thing is, like, on the way there, I just knew I was ready. I just knew I was ready to get an abortion, y'all. I just knew. I had it in my head. I had it set in stone that I was gonna get an abortion. And mama, you know, Javante's mom, who I refer to as my mom-in-law, like, she was also, you know, like, I'm with whatever you want, because my son, she was looking at like, that's my son, and he ain't got it together. So if he ain't got it together and he act like he ain't ready, I'm on your side. What we gonna do? We gonna do what we need to do for you, Noodle. And that's what she was on. She was backing me up 100%. So I just knew in my head, like, okay, I got the support. I know in my head, I'm not gonna have a baby. I'm not gonna do this. He don't deserve a baby from me. And that's what I had in my head. We get to the clinic. I did my paperwork, you know, and you know how the abortion clinics and stuff is set up. They do a consultation with you first. And the reason why they do a consultation with you is because it's literally for you to figure it out if you really want to go through this process or not. Because they show you these videos of the process, you know, dealing with however many weeks you are. They show you what procedure you're going to go through, what abortion procedure you're going to go through. And I'm just sitting here looking at these videos with my mom, and I'm just sitting there looking. And this is how I knew I was ready, y'all, because the whole time of me looking at these videos, I didn't feel no type of way. And Javante's mother, you know, she was kind of getting uneasy. And in my head, I was so ready to just get this situation over with so I can just go on about my business and not have to suffer from pain and suffering no more. I wasn't even fazed by the like it was really intense. The videos were really intense, but I was not fazed by how intense they were because I just knew I was ready for an abortion. Like, I just knew. And mama kept looking at me and she was like, Noodle. She was doing this. She was like, Noodle, you sure this is what you want to do? You sure? Because it's making me uncomfortable. And I was like, yes, ma'am. Like, this is what I want to do. I said that. And then, so, after we get done watching the videos, the lady comes in. She's like, hey, you know, we're going to walk to the back room and we're going to lay down and I'm going to put the jelly on your belly and I'm going to do a sonogram. They have to do a sonogram so they can see how far along you are. And then with them seeing how far along you are, then they can go in with the procedure on what procedure they're going to do, what procedure they have to do for you, depending on how far along you are. Not that same day. You have a consultation, then they wait a few days before they do the procedure. So, I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking I'm not going to see nothing because me and Javante had already went to the hospital a couple times to see the baby. And, like, of course, there was nothing. And then, you know, when it's your first time being pregnant, you don't necessarily know how this stuff goes or how the process of a baby's growth goes. So pretty much a few times that me and Javante had went, made the thing. The few times that me and Javante had went, you couldn't see nothing. It was just cells, so we couldn't see a baby. So I'm gonna have to wrap this up quick because the phone's gonna die. I'm thinking that I'm not gonna see nothing, so I just knew I was ready. So she putting the jelly on my belly. She get the little thing going. She get my belly all right and whatever. And then boom. A heart was on the screen, y'all. A heart. And it had a heartbeat. And she was clicking on it. And she paused it. And she played it out. And I could hear my baby's heartbeat. And then what took the cake, y'all, is when she typed on there, "Hi, Mama." And when I seen that, I started crying. I'm getting teary. I think about it now. And I just knew, like, dang, like, I can't do this. The baby has a heartbeat. You know, like, I was like, the baby has a heartbeat. And, you know, I tried to suck it up or whatever, you know. She cleaning me off. She printed out the little sonogram pictures. And me and Mama, we walked back into the consultation room that we was in prior. And we sit down. And Mama was holding a little sonogram picture. And she goes, oh, look at little woo-woo, look at little woo-woo. And I had my hair in my two pigtails, y'all. Like, I have really curly hair. So I had my hair, like, part down and I had two pigtails. And Mama, she was caressing my hair like this. And she was like, Noodle, baby, I know, I just feel like you don't want to do this. And she was holding a picture in front of me. And I just started shaking my head like, no, I don't. And I started crying. We both, it was a really deep moment, you know.
You fucking up the mood.
It was a really deep moment. Like, we both were sitting, she was holding me, supporting me through whatever my decision was. And me and her were both sitting there crying because we both knew that after I seen my baby's heartbeat, I wasn't gonna go through it. I was gonna do what I needed to do and suck it up whether Javante was turning on. And
I was at the fucking house. They left me.
That was the day I made up my mind for sure that I was keeping the baby because I seen his heartbeat. And she put Hi Mom up there. And I was just like, wow, like, I can't do this. I can't be selfish like that and take his life or take his or her life because, you know, the person that I want stuff to work out with ain't acting right. I couldn't do that. I couldn't. And I didn't. And I'm so thankful that I didn't because I look at Jaden every day now and I'm like, wow, he's the perfect combination of me and his dad. Like, I love him. I love him. I look at Jaden every day and sometimes I get teary-eyed looking at him because I be like, dang, like, it was at a point in time where I was...
He stink like shit.
I just changed his diaper.
He's shitty.
I'll be looking at him and I'm so in love with him. I'm so in love with him. Say hi. Say hi. That's pretty much summing everything up. I decided to keep Jaden. I didn't post about Jaden until I was
7 months.
5 months. It was Mother's Day. I was like 5 months going on 6 months. It was Mother's Day. Yeah, it was Mother's Day when I posted Jaden. And I let all my friends know that I was preggo. And everybody was like, oh, congratulations. And, so, yeah.
And I'm like, damn, he stinks. He stinks.
Okay, y'all. Well, that concludes today's video.
Wrap this shit up.
We're going to wrap it up. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at SlayNaz with 2 A's.
Take 2 guapo. Ain't no 2 Y's, it's 1 Y.
You forgot the dot.
Yeah, take.
How you not know your own Instagram name?
Cause I don't look at it like that.
All right, y'all.
I'll insert it somewhere.
We'll insert it in the clip. Okay, bye, y'all.